The Christmas lights twinkled along the empty street as Jackson Wells sat alone at the bus stop, nursing his coffee and wondering why he had bothered staying late at the office on Christmas night. At 39, he had built a tech investment empire worth billions, but the massive penthouse waiting for him felt more like a mausoleum than a home. His divorce had been finalized exactly 1 year ago tonight. No children, no family nearby, just him and the fortune that seemed increasingly meaningless. He was checking his phone when a small voice broke the silence. "Excuse me, mister. Do you know why Santa forgot us again?" Jackson looked up to find a little boy standing in front of him, no more than 4 years old, with curly brown hair and enormous sad eyes. He wore a red sweater that was too big and jeans with worn knees. Behind him, the bus stop shelter provided minimal protection from the light snow beginning to fall. "What do you mean, Santa forgot you?" Jackson asked, looking around for parents or guardians. "Last year, Santa did not come," the boy explained with heartbreaking matter-of-factness. "Mom said it was because we did not have a chimney in our apartment. So this year, drew him a picture showing him our door number, but he still did not come. I do not understand what I did wrong." Jackson felt his chest tighten. "Where is your mother?" "Working. She works at the hospital on Christmas because they pay extra. Mrs. Rodriguez from down the hall is supposed to be watching me, but she fell asleep, and I wanted to see if Santa was coming, so I came outside to wait." The boy's voice trembled. "But I have been waiting a long time, and he still has not come." "What is your name?" Jackson asked gently. "Noah." "What is yours?" "Jackson. And I think we need to get you back inside, Noah. It is cold out here." "Not until Santa comes," Noah said stubbornly. "I have to catch him and ask him why he keeps forgetting us. I was good this year. I helped Mom and I shared my toys at daycare and I ate all my vegetables. I do not understand why he forgot us again." The simple heartbreak in the child's voice cut through Jackson's carefully maintained emotional walls. He looked at this little boy who believed Santa had forgotten him twice, who was sitting outside alone on Christmas night, waiting for magic that was not coming. "Noah, can I tell you something about Santa?" Jackson asked, making a decision that would change both their lives. "Sometimes Santa needs helpers, especially in big cities where there are lots of children. Maybe he sent me to help make sure you get your Christmas." Noah's eyes widened. "You are Santa helper?" "I am tonight," Jackson said. "But first, we need to get you back to Mrs. Rodriguez. Your mom would be very worried if she knew you were outside alone." Noah's apartment building was 3 blocks away. Jackson walked with him, learning that Noah's mother Emma was a nurse working a double shift, that they lived in a tiny 1-bedroom where Noah slept on the couch, that last Christmas they had been in a homeless shelter, which was why Santa could not find them. "This year, we have our own place," Noah said proudly. "So I thought for sure Santa would come. But maybe he is still mad we did not have a home before." "Santa is not mad at you," Jackson said firmly. "And I am going to prove it." After returning Noah to a very apologetic Mrs. Rodriguez, Jackson made several phone calls. Within an hour, he had assembled his personal assistant, contacted several 24-hour stores, and set a plan in motion. At a.m. Jackson and his assistant arrived at Noah's apartment building carrying bags and boxes. Mrs. Rodriguez, sworn to secrecy, let them in. Jackson transformed the small living room, setting up a modest artificial tree, hanging stockings, arranging presents, not expensive toys that would make a 4-year-old's eyes glaze over. Thoughtful things, building blocks, books, art supplies, a stuffed reindeer, a new warm coat in Noah's size, gift cards for groceries, an envelope with enough cash to cover rent for 3 months, and a letter, written in Jackson's careful handwriting, that said, "Dear Noah, Santa did not forget you. Santa has been watching you help your mom and be brave even when things are hard. You are on the nice list forever. Love, Santa." Jackson left before Emma came home, but he could not stop thinking about Noah. The next morning, he called the hospital and asked to speak with Emma privately. "Miss Harrison, my name is Jackson Wells. I met your son Noah last night at a bus stop. He was looking for Santa." There was a sharp intake of breath. "Oh my God. He got out?" Mrs. Rodriguez said he had been sleeping the whole time I was gone. I am so sorry if he bothered you. He did not bother me. He reminded me of something I had forgotten. Jackson paused. I want to help. Please, before you refuse, hear me out. Over coffee that afternoon, Jackson learned Emma's story. Widowed, 2 years ago when her husband died in a construction accident. Working multiple shifts to afford daycare and rent. Barely scraping by despite doing everything right. Noah's belief in Santa was the one magical thing she had tried to preserve. But poverty made even small joys impossible. Last Christmas we were in a shelter, Emma said quietly. Noah asked why Santa did not come, and I told him it was because we did not have a chimney. This year, thought I could afford at least one present, but then the daycare raised their rates, and I had to choose between rent and Christmas. I chose rent. You made the right choice, Jackson said. But Noah should not have to live in a world where his mother has to choose between keeping him housed and giving him Christmas. I appreciate whatever you did last night, Emma said, but I cannot accept charity. I am trying to raise Noah to be independent, to work hard, to earn what he gets. I understand. But what if it was not charity? What if it was an opportunity? Jackson pulled out a folder. My company needs a healthcare coordinator, someone to manage employee wellness programs, work with insurance providers, coordinate with medical professionals. You have nursing experience and real-world understanding of how healthcare systems fail people. The salary is 3 times what you make now. Full benefits, flexible hours so you can be there for Noah. Emma stared at the job description. Why are you doing this? Because your son asked me why Santa forgot him, and I realized I had spent years accumulating wealth, but forgotten what it was actually for. This job is real. If you do not perform well, you will be let go. But I believe you will be excellent because you understand what it means when healthcare is inaccessible or too expensive. Emma's eyes filled with tears. I do not know what to say. Say you will give Noah a mom who does not have to work Christmas nights. Say you will help my employees get better healthcare. Say you will let me be part of the reason that little boy never again thinks Santa forgot him. Over the following months, Emma proved to be exceptional at her job. She revolutionized Jackson's company's healthcare programs, making them more accessible and effective. But more than that, she and Noah became part of Jackson's life in ways he had not anticipated. Jackson found himself attending Noah's preschool performances, having dinner with them on weekends, teaching Noah about science and mathematics, learning from Emma about resilience, grace, and the kind of strength that came from facing impossible odds and refusing to give up. Why do you keep doing all this? Emma asked one evening after Noah had fallen asleep. The job? The help with daycare? Spending time with us? You have already done more than anyone could expect. Jackson looked at her, this woman who had worked herself to exhaustion to give her son a better life, and felt something he had not felt since his divorce. Hope. Because Noah asked me a question that changed everything. He asked why Santa forgot him. He made me realize I had forgotten what actually mattered. Success without purpose is just wealth. Connection without authenticity is just networking. You and Noah reminded me what it means to be human. He took her hand. I am not trying to save you. You are already saving yourself. But I would like to be part of your lives, not as a benefactor, but as someone who cares deeply about both of you. 1 year after that Christmas night, Jackson knelt in the same spot where he had first met Noah at the bus stop. Noah and Emma stood before him as snow fell gently around them. Noah, you asked me why Santa forgot you. The truth is, Santa sent me to you because he knew I needed to find you just as much as you needed Christmas. You reminded me that the best gifts are not the ones we buy, but the ones we give: our time, our care, our presence. He pulled out a small box and looked at Emma. You taught me that strength is not about having everything together, but about keeping going even when everything is falling apart. You showed me that real wealth is measured in laughter around a dinner table and bedtime stories and being needed by people who matter. Opening the box to reveal a ring, he said, "Will you marry me? Will you let me spend the rest of my life making sure no one never again thinks he has been forgotten? Will you let me be part of this extraordinary family you have built?" Through her tears, Emma nodded. Yes. Noah cheered and threw his arms around Jackson's legs. Does this mean Santa did not forget us? Santa never forgot you, Jackson said, pulling both of them close. And neither will I if this story reminded you that magic happens when we choose kindness. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment about when someone's question changed your life.